It looks like it's the year of the Devastator. What? What do you mean? Oh, for f***'s sake, not again. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Studio Series, The Transformers the Movie, Constructicon Scrapper. Pretty much Studio Series 86, but they've changed the branding slightly. I'm looking forward to seeing the whole team in these new boxes. 5 releases in total, as Hook and Long Haul are coming out as a Commander release. Taking a look at Robot Mode, I think Scrap Daddy here looks great. He has a bit of a backpack, but that's acceptable given the character. Off the bat, my main gripe is the colour. It's a little less saturated than I'd like, especially when the figure images on the box aren't as muted as in hand. What are your thoughts on the colour and the new Constructicons so far? Leave me a comment below. Taking a closer look, in my opinion the head sculpt is perfect. Perfect flat top and all, nice chest detailing, and a tampoed Decepticon logo up front. Pretty minimal paint with the exception of the head and the chest. Being a Studio Series 86 release, I get it, but he has plenty of moulded detail that would look great picked out. He has some slightly odd looking hands, mostly due to the way he transforms, ending up with this weird moulded hand on a panel situation. Also, he has oddly long arms. They look slightly disproportionate to the rest of him. I got that word out in one take. Scrapper comes with his obligatory instruction sheet, 2 larger guns which form Devastator's rifle, and 1 smaller handgun. Any of the guns can of course be put in Scrapper's hands. You can form the larger rifle and use that, though it looks a little disproportionate. Did it again. And the smaller gun can go in his hand. Unfortunately, the smaller gun doesn't really have anywhere to store, at least in robot mode. Articulation is quite decent, though stiff in some places. Head is on a ball joint that allows rotation, and due to the sculpt, a slight look down, but barely any waggle. A pseudo forward and back butterfly joint due to transformation. No universal shoulders here, rather an outward pinned shoulder joint and a pinned rotation, which has some very soft ratchet detents. Buttery, as my friend Vangelis would say. Hopefully these pin joints don't loosen too much over time. Bicep swivel, 90-degree very tight elbow bend. That's intentional though, more on that later. No wrist or waist swivel. Universal hips with a full range in all directions. Thigh swivel, 90-degree knee bend, forward foot bend, and a deep ankle tilt. He also has one more point of articulation, but that's for combined mode. A very tight ratcheted bend in the torso in one direction, which becomes an ankle later, which is a possible reason for no waist, as the force it takes to engage this joint could possibly damage a smaller, weaker waist joint, such as a mushroom peg. That being said, it would be over time unlikely to just shear off from a couple of uses. Though a larger joint could have been used, it could have messed with the proportions even further. Might be a question for Evan. Articulation is just fine, allowing for plenty of posing options. Size comparisons. Here with Blocky Scrapper, Combiner Wars Scrapper, Devastation Optimus Prime, and Age of the Prime's Red Alert. Transformation is fun and straightforward. Open the chest, fold away the head, and then close the chest back up. Fold in the hands, then bend the elbows backwards 90 degrees. Collapse the arms into the body on the butterfly joint, tabbing them into the chest. Tab the forearms to the body here, tab the legs together, unfold the bucket into its forward position. Fold this small piece away, rotate the cab 180, unfold the robot's calves and fold them into the body, creating the back of the vehicle. Fold up the feet, clicking them in, then fold the remaining lower leg assembly underneath, tabbing them in too. Job done. Scrapper is now in his front end loader alt mode, compressing down nicely into a solid little payloader. It looks great. Again, minimal paint with the exception of the windows picked out on the cab, nice ladder detailing to give a sense of scale, and nice painted rims with a pinned wheel that roll quite nicely. The weapons can be stored on the back of the payloader in a couple of configurations depending on your preference. Size comparisons in vehicle mode with Combiner Wars Scrapper, Devastation Optimus Prime, Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, and Age of the Prime's Red Alert. Taking a quick look at Scrapper's foot mode, fold the front half of the bucket forward and then fold down the center green panel, clipping it over the body, locking the bucket into place. To untab the arms and rotate them 180, then collapse and tab them back in. Bend the ankles slightly and there you have a foot. Look, do you need this if you have the Combiner Wars Devastator? No. Is it worth getting anyway if your budget allows? I think so. He's a great new update, though smaller, he looks good and he is solid. Again, I wish the green was a bit more saturated, but otherwise I'm a fan so far. Looking forward to getting the rest in hand and giving my thoughts. I feel that he is objectively better than his Combiner Wars / Unite Warriors counterparts. That was Transformers Studio Series, The Transformers the Movie, Constructicon Scrapper. consider becoming a channel member where you can watch videos slightly earlier and get other perks. Though of course it's optional, you can watch for free. It's just to support the channel. Thanks for watching, please drop a like, and I'll see you on the next one.